Hey everyone, this is Art for Futures Trading Company, your Emini success coach, and you can find us our website at emini-successcoach.com. So take a look at our website. And if you're watching the video, you've already found our YouTube channel, Futures TC. This is a recap of the trading for January 3rd, 2012. And a very, very strange day. And let me show you what happened here. This was the close over here where the arrow, my pointer is, Friday. And then the open this morning over the Globex, 6 a.m. Eastern Time. Market opened up over 200 points here. Opened up at 12,352. So it opened up 200 points to the upside. Huge gap. And then basically sold off a little bit, came back up to that level, couldn't penetrate it, and then sold off again during the morning. So I was only looking for long entries, and I didn't trade, unfortunately I wasn't trading 543 after the sell-off. That would have been a nice long. I expect tomorrow to be so-called normal. And so this was the first day of our live trading room. And I think I was just a little gun shy. First time actually calling out trades for people in real time. This was a beautiful trade setup that we didn't take. After the open, price ran up to a high here, 12,394. And then price came all the way back down and tagged the 89 EMA. Price turned back up, the Hall moving average turns up, and we had an entry trigger fire here at 12,392 for an entry. So, but I did not take that entry. I'll scroll over to the first entry I did take. And there's something about Murphy's Law that came into play here. This was our first entry I called a long. Again, this was a long trigger entry. And it turned to be a breakout above this little pivot here, 12,398. So our entry was 12,399. Our initial stop loss was here at 12,383. Price moved up to a high of 12,403, and it was just struggling. And once we broke this pivot up, I thought we might have a chance to get our first profit objective. And once we broke this, I moved our stop up to 2 ticks below this new pivot that was formed. So our stop was brought up to 12,389. And then once price reached that high of 403, it rolled right over and stopped us out. Had we left our stop at 383, we would not have gotten stopped out on this move down, but we would not have gotten a profit objective, and we would have eventually been stopped out at the 12,383 over here when the market actually broke down and sold off during dead zone. So unfortunately, the first trade that I called for the live trading room was a losing trade. And I only called one more trade for the day. Again, this was such a weird day to call trades. I mean, on a normal trading day, once price and the Hall moving average had broken below this 89 EMA, this is an absolute textbook short at 12,383, but I just was not looking to take shorts. I was looking for retracements to take longs. And so this was all during dead zone. I wasn't looking to trade during that time period. And then the second trade I actually called today happened right here. This 10:30 is kind of my end of dead zone time period. I'm willing to take trades after 10:30. Here we'd put in a little pivot high above the 89 EMA, 12,349. Then price rolled back over, came down, hit a low of 336, and then retested that low before price turned back higher. And here we had a very nice entry. This was a trigger entry. 12,346 was the high. By the time I got to my matrix, my program entry would have been 12,347. I was actually able to get a fill at 12,346. And I had told the members in the room that I was only going to take one contract at 12,340 above this bar, and then I had a buy stop above the breakout here of a breakout trade at 12,349. So I also got a contract entry at 12,350. I put my stop on both of those contracts initially at 12,333. Price moved up here to a high of 12,353, then came back against us a little bit. When this entry trigger fired, the second entry trigger on this after this little pullback, I felt pretty confident that the trade was going to work for us. And again, we broke out above that bar, 12,355. I exited my first contract plus 10 ticks, 12,356. And then I was following this last entry, 12,350 up with on the trailing SAR, and that contract I was stopped out of at 12,354, 2 ticks below the trailing SAR. So plus 10, plus 4. Not a stellar trading day to start the year, but a very, very uncharacteristic trading day is what I can describe it as. I didn't take any other trades. There were other good trades that fired, but and while this looks like a great trade, 12,368 would have gotten first profit targets only. The market was just really in a pretty narrow range. And this 380 level up here, one of the reasons I didn't take this trade,